the NFL on CBS. Today's game is sponsored by National Car Rental, the Big Green Team. 10,000 people working for you. Radio Shack, a Tandy company, the nationwide supermarket of sound. And by Ford and your Ford dealer, who invite you to see and test drive the all-new LTD and Mustang.
Welcome to the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans for this afternoon's NFC Western Division battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Hi, everybody. I'm Frank Lieber along with Tom Matty. Capacity crowd here, the first ever regular season capacity crowd for the Saints. They think it's a Super Bowl today.
Frank, there's no question about it. Both teams know the importance of this ball game. It's really, for Atlanta, it's a do or die if they want to get that wild card berth. For the Saints, it's a 5-5 season, the best they've ever had so far, so this puts them over that nub, and they really feel it's just a great ball game.
And the Saints, as you mentioned on the pregame show, led by Archie Manning, having the best year of his career.
344 yards against Pittsburgh last week. He just did a fantastic job. The guy is leading the league in passing. 60% completion average. He does it all.
Falcons with that great defense, not a star-studded defense, but they play together almost perfectly as a unit. Among their outstanding players, linebacker Fulton Kuykendall.
Here's a guy right here, 6'5", 225, all over the field. He's aggressive. The guy is he's just a complete ball player. You got Brazina on the other side, and it's going to be a good ball game.
He is healthy, and that's a big reason that the Falcon defense is doing well here in 1978. We're ready now for the opening kickoff. Here we go. Falcons won the toss, receiving, defending the south goal. Ray Strong. That's Pearson. Here's the Atlanta offensive unit. A couple of great draft picks in there. Mike Ken, #1 choice of this year. Bryant, #1 choice of last year. The Atlanta receiving unit. Rickman taking the place of Alfred Jenkins, who was heard earlier. And the Atlanta offensive backfield. Steve Bartkowski, shoulder as well, after being hurt in the Monday night game. Not much room. Pat Hughes, number 54, coming up with a hit on Bubba Bean. Now take a look at the New Orleans defense. That's their front four. The Saints linebackers include Joe Fetterspiel, one of the outstanding middle linebackers in the game. And the New Orleans defensive secondary. Ray Brown, of course, the former Atlanta Falcon, is in that secondary, playing the strong safety position. No gain on the first play from scrimmage. Ball is at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 10. Bubba Bean, again, running into heavy traffic. Maybe a yard at most. Saints gang tackling. Joe Campbell, number 73, the former University of Maryland star, leading the defensive charge. Be 3rd down 8. That's what Steve Bartkowski has done so far this year. Of course, he did not start the season as the regular quarterback. June Jones did, but he has come on strong.
He's a young quarterback who needs a lot more experience. He's been injured a lot of his career all to date right now. He's been in and out all the time, but he's got the pressure on him right now.
3rd down 8. Bartkowski's first throw of the afternoon. Over the middle and almost intercepted by Tommy Myers. Number 37 as he tried to hit the tight end, Jim Mitchell. Well, the Saints are fired up, no question about it. 5 games is the most that this franchise has ever won. And they almost beat Pittsburgh last week. And when they got home after a losing cause, they had 5,000 people to greet him at the airport. There's Wes Chandler, the #1 draft pick of the New Orleans Saints. He's dropped back, anticipating the punt of John James, one of the better kickers in all of pro football.
This is like having that extra 12th man on the field back there with this kicker.
Saints with 10 men up at the line of scrimmage, doubling the wide receiver coming down. Fine punt. Chandler can fly at the 26. Flag down, 30. And in at the 35-yard line. Penalty marker went down almost immediately, and I think we're going to get a preliminary indication of a clip. 44 yards on the punt. Chandler will also be starting at wide receiver in place of Tinker Owens. There's the indication for the clip. The hang time on that punt was almost 4 seconds. That's excellent. Archie Manning having the best year of his career, the #1 passer in the National Football Conference. The referee, Jorgensen facing off the yardage. Here's the call.
Personal foul, clipping number 55 on the return, first down.
So the personal foul goes against Floyd Rice of the New Orleans Saints. We've got a timeout here, just a minute and a half deep in the football game, and we'll be back at the Superdome in just a moment.
For those parents who realize that $600 isn't too much to spend to expand their child's world, Radio Shack has the perfect gift. TRS-80 computer, the most significant investment a parent can make. Programs for your child's education or your business, finance, and home use. Let your children discover tomorrow's technology today. The TRS-80, the biggest name in little computers. Only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
Our little cats from Lincoln Mercury are tough on competition. Starting with October 6th production, our Bobcat has more standard equipment than last year. And Bobcat's sticker price, as shown, is $38.40. Yet comparably equipped, it's $181 less than a $78. Great.
This telecast is presented by authority of the NFL. It's intended for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New Orleans Saints and the National Football League is prohibited. First and 10 for the Saints at their 18-yard line, following the 15-yard walk-off for clipping. Handoff going to Galbraith, number 34. Tony Galbraith gets virtually nothing. Let's take a look at the New Orleans offensive line. They like to refer to this as the no-name offensive line. They've lost 3 starters this year, so they're doing an amazing job protecting Archie Manning. Wide receivers, a lot of talent there, particularly Chandler, the number 1 draft pick. Harris, you remember, from the St. Louis Cardinals from last year. And the Saints' offensive backfield. Chuck Muncie has been troubled some by injuries this year. Galbraith is their leading rusher, but their running game is not that much. They've done it through the air. 2nd and 9 from the 19. There's Muncie. Swarming tackle. Jeff Yates, number 79, was in there, and so was Fulton Kuykendall, number 54, who we talked about at the top of the show. Atlanta's front 4, Yates doing a great job replacing Claude Humphrey. The Atlanta linebackers, and as a unit, you probably won't find a better one in the National Football League. And a secondary, 1 rookie in there, Tom Pridemore, the free safety. Loss of 3 on that play. It is 3rd down and 12. Saints are back in their 16-yard line. Here comes a blitz. Kuykendall breaking through there.
If he'd have caught that, he'd have been off to the races. They had the blitz on. Manning saw it, tried to dump it to the tight end right there in what they call a quick pass.
Big Henry Childs.
Here you'll see it right now. You'll see 54 coming right in there. Manning sees it, tries to dump it right out to Childs right there. Safety coming over to pick him up.
Childs, a one-time Atlanta Falcon. Later released, picked up as a free agent. Another one of the fine punters in pro football. You're seeing 2 of the best today, and James and Tom Blanchard of the Saints, who is standing on the goal line. Deep man is Billy Rickman.
And they're all up on that line. Looks like they're coming.
Very close to being blocked. Fair catch signaled by Rickman at the 36.
Woo!
Boy, he got a lot of foot into that.
He sure did. And there was some pressure on him.
So, second possession of the afternoon now for the Atlanta Falcons at their own 36-yard line when we get back to play.
Before we rent you a GM car at National, it gets checked out by the Big Green Team.
Willoughby, this old's covered.
Oh, top condition, Coach. I checked all 10 items on the maintenance checklist.
Spare tire? Wipers? Horn?
Then, after we check our cars, we check our checkers.
And did you sign the list?
Coach.
Just checking, Willoughby. Just checking.
Sears Snow Tire Sale. Get traction on the ice, traction in the snow. With Sears Best Road Handler Ice and Snow Radio on sale now. Save $13 to $23 a pair. The Sears 48, a maintenance-free battery. A battery loaded with starting power is now on sale. The Sears 48, now only $36.99 with trade-in. You save $8. At Sears.
When Wednesday, Charlie Brown is at it again. The gang's all coming over for Thanksgiving dinner, and he won't even be there. So it's up to Snoopy to keep the day from becoming a real turkey.
Other scores, you ask? We have them for you. Giants over the Redskins in the second period. Joe Theismann is starting that game at quarterback. Detroit over Tampa Bay also in the second period of play. Forrest King at a 75-yard run for the Lions. Denver, Cleveland scoreless in the second period. And New England is putting it on Houston 23-0 in the second quarter. First and 10 Falcons at their 36-yard line. Bartkowski, good protection. Pass intended on the far side for Billy Rickman.
That was great coverage by the defensive back over there. He was right on him. Clarence Chapman. Had a comeback pattern. He sent the back out in the flat there.
Well, you look at the first two series of downs, looks like it's going to be a defensive day, doesn't it?
Well, they're both great defensive teams, and especially Atlanta. Last year they had a chance to do a number of their games, and they set a record last year for the least amount of points scored.
Second and 10. Haskell Stenback dives across the 40-yard line out to the 42 before he's finally contained by Alex Price, number 75.
That looked like one of the old Green Bay sweeps where everybody's coming around the corner there. We got a couple more scores coming up right now. Miami 22, Buffalo 14. Del Williams just went over the 1,000-yard mark for this first year.
That's first guy in the league to
That's
do it,
right? Philadelphia 7-3 over the Jets. Hit Carmichael on an 18-yard pass from Jaworski.
Third down, 5. Nobody has a first down in this ball game yet. Falcons at their 42-yard line. They give it to Stenback. No gain. Ray Brown, the old Falcon, number 27, comes up to make the tackle on his former teammate.
You can see Ray Brown coming up here right now. Comes up on the corner, comes right back in. Perfect position, good hit. That's great defense.
So again, James comes in to do the punting, and Chandler is deep.
We're going to have a battle of the punters to who's going to get the best field position out of this.
Atlanta has now won 4 in a row. That's their longest win streak since they won 7 in a row back in 1973. That's their record. That's the year they went 9-5. Chandler looked like he misjudged that at the last moment there, and really had to make a dive for it. So the Saints will take over at the 17-yard line. CBS Sports Spectacular. I'll tell you, about a month ago, we were out in California for the National Hot Rod Association World Finals, and is that wild?
Yeah, that is some kind of sport. You also got the World's Strongest Men coming up, and the World Series of Poker.
All coming your way on the CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday afternoon at 4:30 Eastern Time. First and 10. New Orleans Saints with the ball at their 17. No score. 10 minutes, 16 seconds left in the opening period. Archie Manning with the quick throw to Chandler. Out to about the 23 for a pickup of 4 yards.
Get a shot from the end zone right here, seeing Archie setting up for the quick pass right to the outside of the flanker. This is what he can do very effectively. If you beat this one-on-one tackle right here, you got some running move, and you got that guard and tackle pulling out on a quick screen out there. And
go, Saints! There's the book on Chandler so far. You know, he was a great running back as well as a receiver. Down in Florida, one of the top 2 wide receiving prospects in the league. In fact, he was the 3rd player selected. Behind Earl Campbell and behind Art Still. Archie Manning on 2nd and 5, going for the bomb. Chandler caught it at the 30. What a throw!
Here it is right now. You can hear the roar of the crowd. Manning's setting up. It's an absolutely perfect throw. Keeps that back running. That's concentration. Looks the ball right into his hand. First down.
Tackle made by Rick Bias to save the touchdown, but 71,000 fans coming out of their shoes, filling every seat here in the Superdome, as the Saints have the first down of the ball game, and is it a big one at the 24-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons. Beautiful throw by Manning. Galbraith takes one tackle. Down to about the 21-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. It'll be second down 7. Ronald Lawrence, number 22, and Greg Brazina, number 50, making a stop.
This makeshift offensive line that New Orleans has come up with, but you take a look at the backs that they have back there. You've got Muncie, you've got Galbraith back there, 2 big, strong running backs, 6'2", 6'3", 220, and 230. This is what I call one of the best running tandems as far as the backfield goes that there is in the league right now.
For the record, that pass play to Chandler covered 53 yards. It is second down 7. Saints are at the Atlanta 21-yard line. Falcons threatening the blitz. Quick out and over the head of Chandler. I think Archie fell perhaps for the ruse there. It looked like the Falcons faked the blitz but weren't coming, and he thought they were.
I'll tell you, they come with everybody, including the janitor from back in the secondary. They use a lot of the safety blitz where the man comes right up to the gut, and it's hard to pick it up.
You know, in that Ram game, the Monday night game, they blitzed 66% of the time, 2 out of every 3 plays.
They really put the pressure on Hayden.
Third down 7. Big play now for the Saints at the Falcon 21. Again, Atlanta faking the blitz. This time they're coming. Got rid of it to Childs. Childs at the 15, at the 10, and down to the 8-yard line. First down, New Orleans. Robert Pennywell, number 59, saved the touchdown.
Here again, watch him setting up. It's just a quick release by the tight end out in the flat out there, and he breaks the block, breaks the tackle right here. Almost gets in. Pennywell saves it. Otherwise, he's in for 6 points. They're knocking on the door. This is a fired-up team, Frank.
Tom Pridemore tried to make the stop on Childs, but he was much too big for him and pulled away. First and goal to go from the 8-yard line. Galbraith stopped cold at the line of scrimmage. Nothing.
The last few years, this has been a running team. Now, since they've got all the injuries on the offensive line, you lose Dobler, Zanders. You know, they're really hurting there, so they've got to throw that ball. And Manning, that's why Manning's having such a great year throwing it. He's hitting his backs coming out of the backfield. He's got that big tight end that he can hit, and he's got great outside receivers.
Saints have won 3 out of their last 4 till they ran into Pittsburgh, and they almost beat the Steelers. Led them most of the way. Second and goal from the 8-yard line. Muncie down to the 5, to the 4, to the 3-yard line. Big Chuck Muncie, the former University of California All-American.
You can see why a big back like this can get through the hole. Everybody's heading up to the inside. He has the option. 6'3", 220. He just blows them back.
Pretty good blocking up front there, too. They took Pennywell out of there pretty good, didn't they?
Muncie hits number 59 right here. Pennywell just blows them back. Good hard running. Keep those legs driving. You got to go towards that goal line.
Officials mark it at the 4. It is third down, goal to go for the Saints at the Falcon 4-yard line. Still in the first period, no score. Manning. Intended for Chandler. Chandler trying to put a move on Rick Bias, number 38 out there.
It's good defense by Bias out there.
So the Saints will have to settle for the field goal. And they have gone through this year a total of 5 field goal kickers. Finally settled on Steve Mickemeyer, who played for Dick Nolan when Nolan was out at San Francisco. In fact, a guy by the name of Tim Mazzetti was through here once upon a time along with everybody else. And he's now on the opposite side. Blanchard will put it down at the 11, which will make it a 21-yard field goal try by Mickemeyer. It's good. So the Saints are first up on the scoreboard with 5 minutes and 41 seconds left to play. In the opening period, New Orleans leads Atlanta by a score of 3-0.
30 years ago, your father took you out on a hot summer's day and taught you how to dig for clams. Now that it's a job, the sun seems hotter and the day longer. But the clams you pull up through the mud and the water taste just as sweet. Now comes Miller time. time to relax with a few friends and a glass of the best-tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, one beer stands clear. Beer after beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller Beer.
Redskins have tied the Giants in the second period in the battle of field goals in Washington this afternoon. Tampa Bay has come within 1 point of Detroit, also in the second quarter. And Denver leading Cleveland in the second period, 7-0. And one more for you. This is now at halftime.
At halftime, and New England's really putting it to Houston, which is a great football team, 23-7.
Mickemeyer kicking off. George Franklin back at the goal line. Out to the 10. 15, 20. Franklin stopped just shy of the 25-yard line. Rich Monty, number 84, who has been a super specialty team player this year for the Saints, making the stop. 25 yards on the return. Here's the book on the Saints scoring drive. 9 plays and one very big one. That 53-yard throw from Archie Manning to Wes Chandler. And the Saints lead 3-0. Falcons have lost the last 4 times that they have been in New Orleans. Last year they led at halftime 20-7. Saints came back and beat them 21-20. Bartkowski giving to Bubba Bean, former Texas A&M star, over the right side, out across the 25 to about the 28. Thurland Moore, number 74, making the stop. Bears have jumped on Minnesota in the first period. They, of course, have lost 7 in a row.
They better do something up there, Frank. They've got to change that program around, because they started off like a ball of fire at the beginning of the season and got absolutely have nothing. Here's the statistics on Bubba Bean. Averaging 3.2. They don't have a running game either. They've got to establish some type of momentum to get this offense generated here, and Bartkowski's got the man that has to do it.
Second down 6 from the 28. Bartkowski out to Bubba Bean. Well, he got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard. Alex Price, number 75, on the stop for the Saints. Bubba, who missed all of last year with that bad knee, and moved back into a starting role, former number 1 draft choice of the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are about 4 players away from being a Super Bowl team. Really, they got to get some stability at quarterback. They could probably use a strong running back. They need a cornerback and maybe a strong tight end.
Having dinner with Eddie LeBaron, those are the guys that he highlighted. That's exactly what he's going after.
Bartkowski on 3rd and 5. Penalty marker is down. The pass intended for Bain is incomplete. And he was chased by Jim Merlo, number 57, the Saints linebacker. Couple of flags back there behind the line of scrimmage.
I think they're going to decline this when we got a holding penalty. They'll decline it. They want that ball back.
These teams going to be seeing a lot of each other here because they play again in Atlanta in just 2 weeks. Falcons have just 2 home games left. That one against the Saints, and then the season-ending game against the Redskins. And the Washington game is already sold out, and the New Orleans game is rapidly approaching that stage.
Now let's see if New Orleans will come put the pressure on James back here now. Got 1 man deep, the little man back there that can fly.
10 men up front again on the line of scrimmage for the black-clad New Orleans Saints. Not much pressure. They're playing return all the way. Another good kick by James. Chandler at the 20. Retreats to the 16-yard line. 20, 25, 30. Another clip up to the 32, and we got another clip upcoming, I do believe, against the New Orleans Saints. Last week, it was the Falcons who were stung with all the penalties. Against San Francisco, they had 17 penalties, an NFL high this season and an all-time team record. And the most in the league, really, since 1976.
These are the kind of things that kill you. You have a good return on it, you get you back up in good field position, and you have a mistake. This is where you can't make them. A young ball club like the Saints here, they've got to stay out of that hole, especially against a great defensive team.
Personal foul, forearm to the head, number 55, receiving team, first down.
It was the same guy, Floyd Rice, as the last time. He's got 30 against him already. The old forearm to the head trick, which I'm sure you're well aware of. Time out of the field. We'll be back at the Superdome in just a moment.
Now, slopless racing goes wild. Command control. Slopless racing with passing, blocking, watch out, obstacle. Nobody controls that third car. Command control. And when you turn out the lights, look at that, would you? That's Tyco's Night Glow, lighting up the dark like crazy. The only set with all this excitement. Command control with Night Glow by Tyco, of course.
The all-new Sexy Capri, sticker price under $4,700.
That's a miracle.
I believe in miracles. Where you from, you sexy thing?
Full instrumentation, gauges, tack, 4 on the floor, and with equipment added to match Celica GT Capri's hundreds less.
That's a miracle. I believe in miracles.
And Capri has strut-type front suspension with stabilizer bars standard.
That's a miracle. I believe in miracles. Where you from, you sexy thing?
At the sign of the cat.
Very special on CBS tomorrow. That'll cause a little program reshuffling. MASH will be on 1 hour earlier than usual at 8, 7 Central and Mountain, 1 day at a time after that. And then stay tuned for one of the season's major dramatic events, The Word, based on Irving Wallace's powerful bestseller. Watch it tomorrow night on CBS. 1st and 10. Saints are back at their 12-yard line. After the 15-yard walk-off, the give is to Muncy. Muncy finding some running room is out to the 20. Pickup of 8 on the play. Tom Frightmore, number 27, making the stop.
Here he is coming right across right now. Following the block. Good block by the back right there. Cuts up to the inside, keeps those legs driving. Picks up 8 yards. A good first down play. Got him out of the hole. Gives many options now to Manning on what he wants to do. Muncy's, there's his statistics. Doesn't have very good yards per carry, but he's working with a young, inexperienced offensive line.
Galbraith trying to pick up the first down, and he'll be close. Muncy doesn't do bad for a guy wearing goggles. Looks like he's got those aviator goggles on, you know.
We got a guy in Baltimore, Mr. Washington up there. Joe Washington wears those same type of goggles just to protect their eyes.
Measurement time. You got to marvel at that Saints offensive line. Now, they lost both their starting guards. You know, they got Conrad Dobler. He went down with a knee. And they lost Emmanuel Sanders. Then they lost a starting tackle, John Watson. So 3 regulars out of that starting offensive line. And they have held intact pretty darn well.
Well, the only guy that's really in there from last year's offensive line is John Hill, the center. But you take a look at J.T. Taylor, big guy. Bob Woods is another big kid. But this Dave Laffery, 6'7", 280 pounds. I wouldn't want to have to go around it.
1st and 10, Saints at their 23. Muncy taking the pitch, trying to get outside. Didn't quite make it. Jeff Murrow, number 75, was the first man to hit him. Pennywell, number 59, following up for Atlanta. They'll spot it at the 23-yard line. Closer to the, well, let's see. Let's call it 1 yard. 2nd down, 9.
The thing that's great about this is the pursuit that the Atlanta defense has. They're not real big guys on that line, but boy, they can move laterally as well. Miami Buffalo score right there. Miami, Don Shula. Tom Dempsey just kicked a field goal, brought it within 22-17.
Galbraith was shaken up on that last play, so he is out of the lineup. Kim Jones, number 32, has come into the backfield, and Jones gets the call immediately and carries to the 25-yard line.
Here he's coming up, Archie's coming up with a 3rd down situation. This is where he goes to his backs all the time. Especially Galbraith, who's sitting out there. He's got 50 receptions to date already.
See, the Falcons have the best 3rd down defense in the league. So here's a good test for him against the number 1 passer in the NFC. 3rd down and 8 as Galbraith gets his neck worked on a little bit.
I think he's all right. He'll be back in the ballgame.
Harris to the right side, Chandler to the left, and it is Harris who jumps offside. Tries to get back, and now he is hit by the Saints defender, rather the Falcons defender, Ronald Lawrence, and they're called offside against the Falcons.
Sure, he's allowed to go across as long as he's on that outside receiver. He can go down. If he gets back before the snap of the count, it's all right.
Well, Harris jumped way offside, but Lawrence was playing way off of it. So then when Harris went back onside, Lawrence went up and hit him. Let's listen.
Encroachment, number 22, defense, still third down.
It's a little different out wide than it is in the interior line.
That's right. He didn't draw him offside. He came over to try to hit him.
Third down and a long 2. Well, let's call it 3 for the first down. Saints are at the 30-yard line. Archie's going to throw it. Rushes on. Completes it to Harris. First down at the 42-yard line.
Great catch. Ike Harris went up, got that ball, kept his feet in bounds. Here's Archie setting up in the pocket. Both backs check for the blitz, release to the outside, draw the linebackers up. Archie just lays it out there. Harris goes up for it. Great grab. 1-2, steps out of bounds. Good call by the official. It's a first down.
13 yards for the New Orleans Saints, who have 4 receivers who have caught 25 passes or better this year. That's an amazing statistic. Ball is at the 42-yard line of the Saints. 1:20 left to go in the first period. Saints leading 3-0. Kim Jones in motion. Pitch to Muncy. Muncy wants to throw. All by himself. Chandler, if he can reach it. Oh! Chandler was 20 yards behind everybody, and it was just a question of whether he could run underneath the ball, and Muncy overthrew him.
That was a pressure by... Here it is. He's coming across right there. It's a quick pitch. He just winds up and throws it, and he just gets the ball off. He's down here all by himself. And let me tell you,
that ball came down. He was 40 yards in the clear. 40 yards behind everybody.
Woo! Somebody blew an assignment on that one.
Jeff Murrow with the big rush hit Muncy just as he delivered the football, but he had a lot of steam on it. Too much, as it turned out. And that's really got the crowd buzzing here. Not a bad first down call there.
A gutty one, too. That's the old Paul Horning special.
1st and 10. Saints at their 42-yard line. Archie wants to throw it. Rushes on. Gets it away to Jones. Couldn't find the handle for a minute. Finally caught it and goes out of bounds at the 47 for a gain of 5. Frank Reed on the tackle.
Here's Manning setting up again. This is one of his favorite targets coming out of the backfield. He just lays it to the outside. Now you got to get a handle on that ball before you run with it. He's doing a little balancing act. Gets control of the ball. Is pushed out of bounds at 3rd and about 5 or 6 yards.
Now let's call it 3rd down 6, about the 47-yard line. Galbraith's still on the sidelines. He's the leading rusher for the Saints. Jones is a 3rd-year man out of Colorado State.
They've got some big backs. He's 6'4", 235.
Bullet. Chandler at the 41 of Atlanta. First down. Wes Chandler, who's been used primarily as a punt and kickoff returner, #1 choice of the Saints, and you're seeing why.
And you can see why this guy's the #1 passer. He hangs right in there, throws that ball perfect. Chandler comes back for it, gets his body in front of that defensive back. First down.
Resina making the stop, but not before the Saints have the first down at the 41-yard line of the Falcons. 30 seconds left to play in the opening period. Saints leading 3-0. Archie Manning having a sensational year. He's 6 out of 9 already this afternoon for 101 yards in the first period. Chandler to the 35 to the 34-yard line.
That's what he's going to keep doing. He's taking those short passes. He knows this offensive line cannot contain that defense of Atlanta, so he's hitting a short pass. He's hitting the receivers on the outside. He's hitting the backs coming out of the backfield. He's calling a great game, and here's Manning throwing it again out there. We'll be right back.
We could tell you that Pioneer's PL518 probably offers today's best value in a direct drive turntable. We could tell you its tone arm rides on 10 times the conventional number of ball bearings for smoother tracking, or that its direct drive motor all but eliminates wow and flutter. but nothing we tell you will be as convincing as this. Pioneer, we bring it back alive.
Are we gonna be the bowling champs tonight? Yeah! Are we having a problem? Yeah.
Did I forget my Prestone?
Yeah.
Take out the O, put in the 2, put in the Prestone, Prestone 2.
Protect against freeze-ups and corrosion. Take out old, weak antifreeze and put in America's most trusted antifreeze, Prestone 2.
Take out the O, put in the 2, put in the Prestone, Prestone 2.
And when you flush your cooling system, use Prestone Super Flush.
Cotton keeps America comfortable.
Oh, honey.
Yeah?
I got you some new dress shirts because of the business trip.
Hey, nice.
They're made of a cotton-rich fabric called Natural Blend. The Natural by Manhattan. 60% cotton. Extra cotton, extra comfort.
Really comfortable.
Plus, they're durable press. You won't even have to iron them.
Thanks, honey. Have a good trip.
If you're looking for comfort, look for the seal of cotton. The more cotton, the better you feel.
Frank Lieber along with Tom Matty, Superdome in New Orleans as we start the second period of play. It's a young man looking at himself in one of the big television monitors that overhang the dome here, seeing his picture about 20 feet high. It's been all Saints so far. I'll tell you, first period total offense, Saints 125 yards. The Falcons have 12 yards total offense. And as we get back to play, New Orleans with a 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line of the Falcons. Falcons are lucky. They're only trailing 3-0. Galbraith back in the lineup in motion. The pitch to Muncy. Muncy slips, gets back up, gets maybe a yard, and that's it. Crunched by Jeff Murrow, number 75. I'll tell you, that first quarter, Manning did about as good a dissection job on the Atlanta defense. I think just really had him going in circles.
Frank, I think he just picked them apart. He knows what he can use. He knows what his capabilities are. He knows what he has to do. He's hitting the backs. He's hitting those short, quick screens to the outside. You know, this is a big active defense over here that Atlanta has, and Manning knows exactly. I think Nolan is doing a super job with this team, and the coaching staff that he has here has, you know, really picked them apart.
Third down 3. Saints have the ball at the 34-yard line. They throw it out to Chandler. Chandler at the 30. He's got the first down at the 29. Fulton Kuykendall, number 54. And Ronald Lawrence, number 22, in the stop. Chandler, as we said, is not the normal starter at wide receiver. He is filling in today for Tinker Owens. And up until this point, he has not beaten Tinker Owens out. But it is inevitable that a man with this much talent is going to be in there sooner or later. And Owens does have a slightly pulled hamstring. So Chandler's getting another big opportunity today. Manning has now completed 5 straight passes. Saints are at the 29-yard line of Atlanta, and Archie wants to throw it again. Rush is on. Protection is good. Had a receiver wide open. Ike Harris down at the 10-yard line and did not throw it well.
That was his first bad throw. They had with the old cherry pickoff over here with the tight end going out to the outside and doing a takeoff pattern. Everybody clearing to the other side. Manning rolling to the right, throwing back to the left. That was an all-or-nothing play right there.
2nd and 10. Wes Chandler has now caught 4 for 78 yards. Manning's leading receiver so far.
You know, Frank, you have to play off a guy like Wes Chandler. He's got 4.5 speed in that 40. He can fly, so you've got to give him some room to move out there because he'll go right by you. He's got that great speed.
Chandler up at the top of the screen. Yeah, sure. Chandler up at the top of the screen there. Lawrence trying to stay with him. Manning scrambling to the 25. Archie to the 20. To the 19-yard line and very close to a first down. Rick Byers, number 38, makes the stop. Good block by Galbraith. Helps bring him loose.
Here's Archie setting up hit right now. You can see the pressure that Atlanta's putting on him. The blitz from the outside. Brazina's coming in there. Manning steps upside. This is one of the things that makes him a great quarterback because he has the maneuverability to move in that backfield. A great block right here. Good hard running.
Third down, a yard for the first down. 2 tight ends in there. Hardy is in there to join Childs to beef up the blocking.
Atlanta's got to stop him right now, Frank.
Galbraith looks like he's got the first down. Let's see where they spot it. Bias, number 38. Pennywell, number 59. It'll be close. And I think it'll be close enough for measurement.
I think he's got it.
Ring in the change, they say. Saints leading 3-0, but this game has not been nearly as close as that score would indicate, really. But it's been all New Orleans. First down. I don't believe Falcons have got a first down yet, have they?
No. They just can't.
The second period score now. Minnesota has tied Chicago. Saints have converted 5 of 7 third down situations, 4 in a row in this ball game. That's their 7th first down, and Atlanta 0 in the first down department. Archie Manning from the 18-yard line. Under pressure is sacked for the first time this afternoon. Good pressure that time by the Atlanta defense. Jim Bailey, number 72. Friend of yours for Baltimore.
He sure was. Big, strong guy, and I'll tell you one thing, he's a competitor. That's what you got to do. Atlanta's got to come up with these big plays to get them back out of that field goal range.
Loss of 11 yards on that play.
You can see the pressure that's being put on him right here. Archie setting up. The big men coming in after him right here. Archie gets tripped up. They should have called the ball dead right there because he was tripped up by one of the Atlanta Falcons.
It is second down, 21. Saints at the 30-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons, who again threaten the blitz. Long count play. Out to Galbraith. Tries to one-handed. Let's see, is it a backward pass? It may be a lateral. I believe it's a free ball. Let's see. Official timeout being called. They're going to talk it over. If they rule that a backward pass, a lateral, Atlanta will get the football.
They got it, I think.
And one of the officials has ruled exactly that. That will be the case. They are ruling it a lateral. If it's a forward pass, it's simply incomplete. If it's a backward pass or a lateral, it's a free football. And anybody can fall on it. So the ball was recovered by the Falcons, who get a tremendous break.
Here it is right here. Let's see if it was. It's a close call. The officials are right there. They've got to see it. He was right on the sideline when they called it.
I think Rick Bias finally winds up with the football. Atlanta has the ball.
The arrester has come to town. The zinc-coated double-wrap muffler from Kmart. Have it installed by Kmart. And if anything goes wrong, they'll replace it free for as long as you own your American-made car.
Like other great car products, it's Kmart price.
Kmart's Arrester, a very inexpensive way to lock away noise.
Phantom of the night. Elegant. Elusive. Introducing the Phantom Cat, a bold, distinctive Mercury Cougar XR7 in midnight blue and chamois, with a hauntingly beautiful new face, elegantly styled, deeply cushioned, a luxurious Mercury Cougar XR7 called the Phantom Cat.
Isn't this your year to join the cat set?
Let's take a look at that last play from our camera angle again. Manning's feet there at about the 36-yard line, I would say, when he delivers the ball. And that's close.
It's close.
Yeah. Falcons come up with a football. 1st and 10 at their 44-yard line. That's the longest gain Atlanta has had on the afternoon so far.
And I think they might even have a first down. They'll probably bring it out and measure this one.
Looked like 9 yards plus for Bubba Bean, which takes it across the 50. First time that the Falcons have been across the 50.
Here it is. He went on a quick count. They knew the crowd would be a little upset. Everybody came off the ball. Bubba picks his hole very well. Keeps those legs driving.
Falcons got their speed burner, Alfred Jackson, in at wide receiver now. Same type of play that time. Only Haskell Standback, number 24, getting the call, and Atlanta has its first down of the ball game, and for the record, it comes with 10 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Ball is at the 41-yard line of the New Orleans Saints. Falcons trail only 3-0. Minnesota leading Chicago now 14-7. Here's Bubba Bean inside the 40 to the 37-yard line before being corralled by Joe Fettersfield.
You can just see the momentum change in this ball game right now. Atlanta is starting to generate some offense, which they've got to do. The players are coming in off the bench. You can just feel it out here.
Well, you feel like the Saints ought to be in front about 17-0.
They should be. They've dominated this game. They've played great offense, great defense. Atlanta's got to come to life right now, and it's on the shoulders of Bartkowski out there right now. Second down.
2nd and 6 from the 37-yard line. Bartkowski back to throw. Hit from behind, gets the pass away, completes it to Stanback at the 33-yard line. Jim Merlo, number 57, short of the first down.
He just got that ball off, I'll tell you. He got nailed from the backside.
It was Don Reese, number 60, blew through there and got to Bartkowski.
You know, he had that slight separated shoulder a couple of weeks ago and played with it, and he looks like he's hurting right now with it. That left shoulder is his.
Bartkowski's first NFL win came against the Saints back in 1975. And it's also the first time in his 4-year career that he's completed more than half his passes. There's the book on him so far this afternoon. 3rd down. 2 needed for the first down. At the 33, Bartkowski's going to throw it. Over the middle, wide open is Mitchell at the 25. Mitchell is down to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Atlanta.
Great call, Frank. What he did is he let that tight end block down back to the inside. Everybody released. He rolled it out. You can see right in your corner right here. The tight end just fires out, releases to the inside. Bartkowski just rolls. He just hooks up in the dead spot right there. Picks up a big first down. They're on the 15-yard line, marching in.
So the Falcons are driving midway in the second period, trailing 3-0. Stand back, hurl back at the line of scrimmage by Joe Fettersfield, number 58.
That's why this guy is one of the best middle linebackers in the league. You get a shot of that one. He really nailed him in the hole.
Big pass play a moment ago to Mitchell, covered 19 yards and putting the Falcons in position where they can at least tie this game. They'll have a 2nd down 8 upcoming from the 13-yard line. Both wide receivers to the left side. Rickman is out there and Jenkins in the slot. Or rather, Jackson. Stand back to the 10. Stand back to the 5-yard line. Very close to a first down. A determined piece of running by Haskell Stanback.
You can see from the ground level right here. Bartkowski hands off. Back looking to the inside. Sees the hole. Cuts back up. Breaks a tackle right there. Very close to the first down. Big 3rd down situation again for Bartkowski.
They put it down at the 6, leave it a yard shy of the first down. 3rd down and 1. Of course, the plays being shuttled in from the bench. Head coach Lehman Bennett alternating wide receivers. 3rd down and a yard needed for the first down. Bean and Stanback are the setbacks. Bartkowski giving to the second man through that Stanback, and it will be close. It will be very close and will necessitate a measurement. Eloy Grooms, Joe Fettersfield, and Pat Hughes leading the black-shirted defensive charge of the Saints.
What would you do in a situation? Go for it. I think they're short. He's going to take the field goal. I don't know. I might have gone after it.
Field goal unit is coming on, and that means Tim Mazzetti. Now, Mazzetti did not have a chance against San Francisco last week, so he's still got a string going of 7 in a row. He makes this one, and he will tie the club record of 8 in a row, set by Nick Mickemeyer in 1973. This will be a 22-yard effort and would match the 21-yarder kicked earlier by Steve Mickemeyer. We've got a tie game. 6 minutes, 46 seconds left to play in the first half here in the Superdome. And we're tied at 3-all.
Come on, let's go.
Today, you'll turn a mountain of canvas and a truckload of living dynamite into one of the world's oldest fantasies, the circus. And together with every man and beast you've got, you'll haul and shove and shape that mountain until you finally reach the moment that says it's done. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best-tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, one beer stands clear. Beer after beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller Beer.
Next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports presents the Series Championship of Women's Tennis. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
We're happy you're with us on CBS this afternoon here at the Superdome in New Orleans. Frank Lieber along with Tom Matty. Great football game. Saints and the Falcons tied at 3. And give credit to the Atlanta offense because they got alive. They came alive at the right time. Here's Mazzetti. Out of bounds. He'll have to do it again from the 30-yard line. Mazzetti, of course, an amazing story. 5 out of 5 against the Rams. You know, he had his first field goal block in San Francisco. And since then now has kicked 8 in a row, which ties a club record. So if he makes his next field goal attempt, he will set a new club record, which isn't bad for a guy who was tending bar in Philadelphia about a month ago, right? And another amazing thing, as we said, he tried out here in New Orleans.
He did.
He was fighting Steve Mickemeyer for that job for a day or two after the season got underway and the Saints were having problems. And then Mazzetti came up with a pulled muscle or something. They decided to go with Steve Mickemeyer. Atlanta scoring drive, 50 yards, and of course, you know, big plays involved there. Perhaps the biggest of all was that backward pass, the lateral pass.
Lateral pass right there. It was a close call. The official had to be right on top of it.
That really changed the momentum around. Really did.
Sure did.
Mazzetti getting set to kick off again. Chandler is the deep man. He is flanked by Jack Holmes, number 45, and by Rich Mounty, number 84. It'll be Chandler at the 4. 15, 20, 25, 30. Woo! Almost broke it. Out to the 35-yard line. It's an exciting football player, Ernie Jackson. Made the tackle.
You can see it right here. He can fly. The wedge opened it up. Here's the kick right in there. This is a great kick from the 30-yard line. The wedge sets up. Look that ball in. Look at the stride on this, boy. He ain't slowing down for nobody. Almost breaks it. He gets through right there. He's got some daylight.
Fine tackle made by Ernie Jackson, who, of course, former member of the Saints. First and 10 from the 35. Quick out to Ike Harris. And Harris out to the 38-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. It'll be second down 7. Reed, number 28, and Baez, number 38 on the stop.
We got a Philadelphia score coming up right now. They're up on top of the Jets 10-3. That's a third period. You know what he's doing right here, and what I want to see happen is that he keeps hitting his short one. I want to see him pump that fake one, let that defensive back come on up and let him fly down the sideline. He's got the capabilities to do that, and he's got the 2 fast guys on the outside that can fly.
Second down, 7. Muncie looking for running room across the 40 to the 42, and we get a flag. That may be a possible late hit or a face mask, but it looked like it will go against Atlanta. Personal foul against the Falcons. That'll be a 15-yarder and will move the ball beyond midfield and into Falcon territory to the 43-yard line.
Personal foul, late hit, number 50, defense, first down.
Greg Brazina, number 50, on the late hit.
You can see him coming right in here.
That's Pennywell making the tackle.
He's down, and he comes in late. It's a spear, Chuck.
Officials mark it at the 42 of the Falcons. Manning sending Chandler wide to the right side. He's got Harris flanked to the left. Archie blitzes on. Brzezina almost got him. He gets it away and underthrows Childs. Brzezina had a clear shot at him, and Manning stepped up just in time, or Brzezina would have driven him into the next county.
He's got that quickness. Manning can move around back there, and that's what makes him a great quarterback, because he's also a threat of being able to run that ball. You can see the rush right here. Watch up on the right here, the left corner of your screen. He just misses him, and he just gets that ball off.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Saints at the Falcon 42-yard line. Archie Manning passed for 344 yards against the Steelers last week, 1 yard shy of the club record set by Bill Kilmer. A lot of stunning by the Atlanta defense, as you can see. Over the head of Wes Chandler, the intended receiver, number 89.
Manning's upset with himself on that one. He thought the blitz was coming again. He just keeps hitting that quick guy on the outside. Just 2 steps down, he throws that ball out there.
Falcons doing a pretty good job of faking that blitz, and it looks like Archie's changing the play at the line of scrimmage and going with the quick throw. But that time they weren't coming, like you say.
Well, you take a look at the statistics on what Atlanta does defensively, and they come after you, so you got to expect that blitz coming after you all the time. We used to have checkoffs at the line of scrimmage right there. You get up on the line, and quarterback could see that blitz, and boy, they'd throw it right. Here it comes again.
Pass completed to Muncie, but we got a penalty marker down behind the line. This may be holding against the Saints. That play would have been short of the first down anyway. They might have gotten a long field goal attempt out of it. But Muncie did not get the first.
I don't know what Atlanta will do. They may decline this penalty.
Denver up over Cleveland now, 10-0 on a Jim Turner field goal.
Holding, number 68, offense, decline, 4th out.
Fred Sturt.
You can see it coming right up to the inside. Right there, number 68's holding. He grabs him and pulls him down.
That is not only holding, that is tackling.
I'll tell you, the officials are doing a great job today. There's a lot of criticism of these guys, but I'll tell you one thing. It's tough to be out there. I'm glad I'm up here and not out there with those stripes on.
Blanchard in to do the punting. His one boot today traveled 47 yards. Billy Rickman will go back as the deep man. Now let's see what happened here.
That's where he went out of bounds over there. They're just remarking the ball.
So they give him the play in effect, which makes him another 5 yards or so, but Blanchard still be punting from a couple of yards beyond the 50.
I think I'd put the pressure on him right here, because he's going to be heading for one of those coffin corners.
5.5 minutes left in the half. Score tied at 3. Got another flag. Into the end zone. Touchback. Blanchard tried to angle it for that far side coffin corner, but couldn't get it there. Officials rule the ball went over the end zone. Let's see what the penalty call was.
Oh, boy.
Falcons were offside. That's going to bring it very close to a first down. If not, let's see. Looks like they needed 4th and about 6. With the offside, it would set up, I believe, about 4th and 1. And, of course, that being the case, the Saints have sent their offensive unit back on the field. Let's see how close. That's how much they need for the first down.
Offside, number 38, defense, 4th down.
Rick Bias caught offside. It is now 4th and 1. And the Saints will go for it at the 33-yard line. Now, that's a middle error you just can't afford to make.
Boy, you're right. That's stupid to have a mistake like that.
Crowd on its feet. Capacity, 71,000. Here at the Superdome as Archie Manning gives it to Galbraith, and Galbraith drives. And it'll be close. That's all we can say.
I think he's got her.
Didn't need much. Needed about 1.5 feet for the first down. So let's see if it's close enough for measurement. Yep, that'll be the case. Dick Jorgensen waving the chains in again. 5 minutes, 14 seconds left in the first half. Score tied at 3-all. First half that's been dominated by the Saints, except for the one drive by the Falcons, which resulted in the field goal a moment ago. First down.
That's a costly mistake, offsides.
Saints with a victory today would move into a tie for second place with the Falcons and will have won 6 games for the first time ever in their 11-year history. First down at the 32. Muncy, 30, 25. Muncy down to the 20 to the 15-yard line. Tom Pridemore, number 27, finally drags him out of bounds. Well, Muncy hasn't been heard from so far this year, but he's making his presence felt this afternoon. Came into this ball game with an average of less than 3 yards per carry.
Great stiff arm right there. He cuts back up, keeps those legs driving. That's one of the most important things a back can do. He read the hole perfectly, broke to the outside, picks up a big first down.
18 yards and a first down with the nose of the football just inside the Atlanta Falcon 15-yard line. That is the 10th first down of the first half for the New Orleans Saints. Chandler to the right side. Lawrence covering him. Harris to the left. Galbraith to the 10, to the 5. Galbraith close to it. This could be an interesting call, you know.
I think it will be.
I don't know what he's doing fourth down.
Well, he sure doesn't want to take a chance on punting the ball, even if he falls down. Guarantee you one thing, Bartkowski's got that offensive troops ready to come on the field.
He just winds up and throws it once he gets in there and hopes for a pass interference or something. Fourth down. Long 2 needed for the first down, and they give it to Muncy. Same play, and Muncy is stopped short of the first down. So the Falcons will take over, and here comes the offensive unit with 19 seconds. Clock is stopped while the ball changes hands. And as soon as the two teams are on the field and ready to go, they'll wind that clock and start it going again. Falcons do not have any timeouts left. They will get the ball at their own 43-yard line.
Up enough.
19 seconds.
Oh, boy.
They trailed 17 to 13. They need a touchdown. All right, let's see. The officials are satisfied. They wind the clock.
Doesn't start until snap of the ball on change of possession. They've got everybody deep.
Alfred Jackson, the rookie, being mobbed, as is Steve Bartkowski. The desperation pass with 10 seconds left to play. And the Falcons have taken the lead, 19 to 17, 57 yards for a touchdown. And this crowd is stunned.
Here it is again. This is just a desperation pass. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. The ball is thrown up in the air. Watch it fly up.
It's intended for Francis, and Jackson picks it out of the air after it's tipped and goes into the end zone.
That makes up for the one in the first half.
Falcons can't believe their good fortune. You talk about a Hail Mary pass.
And a lot of people left this game early anticipating a victory by New Orleans. Wow.
Extra point try by Tim Mazzetti with 10 seconds left to play. Kick is good.
Here it is again. Let's take another look at it. Bartkowski just rolls over to the right a little bit, sets up in the pocket, and just cranks that arm and lets it fly. Throws it into a crowd. 3 receivers in the same place, going up for the ball. Unbelievable.
Actually, he was well covered. You have to say he was well covered.
The defense was super.
The guy saw the ball coming down to Francis, so he came off Jackson to help out, and the two of them tipped the ball in the air. Oh, you know, normally in the past now you might have a question about whether it's a double offensive touch, but they changed that
rule this year.
Right, so that doesn't figure in at all. And Dick Nolan, I'm sure, boy, that has got to hurt. That has got to really hurt you. 2 touchdowns by the Falcons, who have done almost nothing offensively. In this football game, they scored twice in the final 2 minutes of play, and now they themselves have only 10 seconds to kill. And they've got themselves a victory.
Saints have 3 timeouts. I think they'll probably try a squib kick just to make sure the ball stays in play.
How are you going to use 3 timeouts in 10 seconds?
I don't know. But, you know, how are they going to get a touchdown either?
Alfred Jackson, rookie wide receiver out of the University of Texas, a number 6 draft choice. And the Falcons now with this victory, things have turned completely around. And if Pittsburgh beats L.A. tonight, Atlanta would be just 1 game out of first place in the NFC West.
If we thought this wasn't going to be an exciting football game, whew.
Saints still have a pretty good statistical edge, even despite that bomb, 347 to 287. But the Falcons have certainly come on in the second half. Squib kick. Out of bounds, and of course the clock. Well, they ran 3 seconds off the clock, and I believe the rule states that in the last 2 minutes, that clock should not start until an offensive man touches the ball. They don't want to run any more time off, so the Saints are going to take the football and hope they can do what the Falcons just did. See, the clock now has been restored to 10 seconds, I believe. Let's see. Well, now they run it back to 7. That's interesting, isn't it? 7 seconds showing.
All right, look at the defensive backs that they have back here. They got a 4 deep. Everybody's dropping back. They don't want.
They've got 4 defensive backs standing 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, beyond the line of scrimmage. That's unbelievable. Look at that. They are 30 yards downfield, anticipating the pass here. Archie Manning sends it out, intended for Harris. Incomplete. Time has run out. Football game is over. Falcons win it, 20-17. Stay tuned now as the NFL Today continues after this word from your local station.
Friday night, blast off for a galaxy far, far away. See all your Star Wars favorites in the Star Wars Holiday Special. Friday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
This is CBS.